Here I am, guys, doing a face reveal just to reveal to you my WrestleMania 41 predictions. And I'll start saying I'm sorry for my eventual bad English, but I'm not really English, I'm Italian, so maybe I'll do some mistakes here and there. But let's start the video with the first match of the night, or the first main event match of the night. Here we have the triple threat match between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. About this match, I think my preview of the winner is absolutely turned into Seth Rollins. After all the last segments we saw from these three, I think Roman Reigns has no chance of winning, because what does he do when he wins? You know, it's kind of weird to think Roman Reigns as the winner. So it is really between CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Many people theorize Seth Rollins becoming a new Paul Heyman guy, but I really like the theory of Seth Rollins unifying with the new The Rock and John Cena faction. There are some hints here and there about this thing, you know, Seth Rollins dressing like The Rock doing the tree sign. It will make a bit sense. And WrestleMania last year's is always, you know, linking the first and second night main event. We saw that with WrestleMania 39, last year with WrestleMania 40, and now we might see something similar happen. I go with Seth Rollins as the winner of this match, and the turn heel with unifying with the faction. I don't know if Paul Heyman will be directly involved in this. I'd really like The Rock doing something to attack Roman Reigns and then build a feud between them two to start something that we may see the next year. You know, Roman Reigns against The Rock would be really cool, because it's a match we are all waiting for, and so it will be really nice. Jade Cargill against Naomi. This is one of the best built matches, and here I'm really divided, because there are good reasons to make Jade Cargill win, good reasons to make Naomi win. And I'll go with Naomi in some dastardly heel way, you know, maybe shenanigans. She could win with a roll-up, something similar. If she does a really great job with her character, she could go also for a world title. And she's doing a really great job with her new heel character. So right now, the odds are in her favor, and I would really see her winning the match. So I'll go with Naomi here. New Day against War Raiders, and here I'm going with the New Day. War Raiders are cool champions. I really like them. They had really great matches, but WWE has a little bit failed into building them as interesting characters. That's not their fault, obviously. When I see the War Raiders, I see two badass looking men that will have a great match, that will own their opposition. But I don't see really story there. With the New Day, I see some things developing, and if Big E does something at WrestleMania, creating a feel-good moment, even if he doesn't get back in the ring but just interferes, I think he can do something like that against the New Day. It will be really cool, and in that case, War Raiders will win. But I'll still go with the New Day, because I'm not really optimistic about this Big E thing. I don't know, I just don't want to get disappointed maybe, but let's not forget that New Day are a guarantee in the tag team scene. They carried the tag team for really long periods of time. I remember 2017 with the Usos at SmackDown, but also in other periods. So I'll be good with the New Day winning titles. Also, if you know, I'd like more characterization behind the War Raiders. It's a bit sad because they are very great characters. Next match we have El Grande Americano against Rey Mysterio. I think El Grande Americano will get a win, because, you know, I think this El Grande Americano has potential. You know, not like Chad Gable, because Chad Gable is good, but he always loses. But El Grande Americano has this thing about him. You know, he's really a winner. He also always finds a way to get the best out of his matches. So I think El Grande Americano will get the win. I think this match could be really a faction war between the Latino World Order and the Chad Gable faction. Maybe Chad Gable will show up to help El Grande Americano as a match. I have enormous hype, because I know these two are very great in the ring, and so we'll see. The lucha story will be defended in this kind of match. LA Knight against Jacob Fatu. About this match, I think that Jacob Fatu can lose only if Solo Sikoa interferes negatively towards him, and then building a Solo Sikoa against Jacob Fatu feud. And they could do this because maybe you don't want to strip LA Knight of the title already. He just lost to Nakamura at Survivor Series and then won it back a few months ago, and it will be kind of sad to see him losing again against another heel. It will be also pretty stupid, but I don't see Jacob Fatu being pinned. I can see this only if Solo Sikoa hits him with the Simon Thumb. In this way, maybe Jacob Fatu could actually lose. Maybe he gets distracted by Solo Sikoa and then LA Knight uses that moment to smash him. That will be the way to make Jacob Fatu lose. In the WWE Women's Championship, Tiffany Stratton against Charlotte Flair. This match, guys, I'm hyped about the quality of the match because, they're great performers. The problem was that the build went really down with all the personal stuff they said to each other. I know that's drama, drama is fun, drama is entertaining, but I don't really give a shit about who says what to her because they're personal issues. I want to see the characters do stuff, man. I don't really give a fuck about this personal beef between each other. There are two paths about this. If they want to go all in with the Charlotte Flair turning her in a very bastard heel who does really weird stuff like we are seeing right now in NXT with Ethan Page, maybe in the feud with Javon Evans, if you follow that. Maybe that way Charlotte has sense to win and to be booed out of the building by every crowd she's in. The problem with that is that Charlotte doesn't seem really convinced about being a heel. I see her and I think she really wants hard to be that cool heel, aka babyface like, Roman Reigns or Rhea Ripley, but that's not about it. She's not cool and she will not get cheered this way. So if you want to go all in into her turning heel and being booed, you can make Charlotte win, but I think that if you make Charlotte win, she will never be cheered again, and I think she wants to be cheered so hard, so she has to lose in this kind of dynamic. I think the original story by WWE was Charlotte Flair winning and doing something with Tiffany similar to what they did with Rhea Ripley, but I don't really know if these two are gonna see each other again after all of this happened. Next match, Jey Uso against Gunther. I'm not a Jey Uso hater. I didn't like really much this build-up because it was a little bit lackluster until the end, the last 2 weeks where Jimmy Uso got killed by Gunther. I think Gunther did a really good job with this build. Jey Uso did something, but I don't know. I was not very into this feud, to be honest. To be cool from end of February to April and to maintain this momentum is really difficult. And this mini feud that Gunther had with Alpha Academy and Jey Uso had with A-Town Down Under were really boring. Akira Tozawa kicking Gunther's ass was really good, but that's a meme part. That's not a serious thing, and that's not really compelling. So I am glad that this is not the main event because it didn't deserve this spot. I think Jey Uso will win right here. I don't think that it's certain. I think that Gunther has a really good 40% chance of winning, but Jey Uso, if I have to bet the house, I'd say Jey Uso is going to win this match. I'm curious to see what they will do with him after, and I think they will move him to SmackDown and make him feud, like against Drew McIntyre. That would be really cool to see Drew McIntyre dethroning Jey Uso. But I hope they will build better Jey Uso with the title. Then we have the Women's Tag Team Championship. This match was so random and just made to insert Bayley, Liv Morgan, Lyra Valkyria, and Raquel Rodriguez their deserved spot. I'm happy to see all these people doing something because they deserve it. I'm not really happy for the build of this match because it's kind of stupid, but I think that Liv Morgan and Raquel will retain. I also hope that someone between Lyra and Bayley will turn on each other. I think more Bayley will turn on Lyra than the opposite. Then we have the Sin City Street Fight between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. I love both contenders in this match. I didn't really like the idea at the beginning because I wanted to see Drew McIntyre go for something really big, but I'm happy with this too because the build-up was really good. Damian Priest is the best champion of last year's run, in my opinion, even better than Cody, because they told us a really interesting story with Damian Priest to be this deserving champion. Then the Judgment Day betrayal, it was really cool, really interesting, and I'm really happy for Damian Priest to have stepped up to the main event scene. And this is a street fight match, so it will be really fun because of all objects, all the chaos, but I want to see Drew McIntyre win just because it needs a major push to go against the champions. Damian Priest had a lot of star power built in this year to cement him in a main event spot, but if he loses, he becomes a heel in the eyes of every fan in the world. And I don't know if you want to get Damian Priest rejected by fans, because he already kinda got rejected. So to build him back up as this compelling babyface, you just have to make him lose this match. Next match is the Intercontinental Championship between Penta, Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. I'm going bold about this one. I think that Dominic Mysterio will get his first title, because you cannot leave his situations too much stale. I know he's really hot as a heel right now, because of all the nuclear reaction he got, but these reactions are always less powerful. So to do something significant with Dominic Mysterio, there is the feud right now with Finn Balor that will develop in next month, I think. So you can make also Finn Balor win this title to give him a moment at WrestleMania. So I'm going with these two, like kinda 50-50, but I don't know. I lost all of my trust in Finn Balor victory, so I think I did by default think he won't win, and Dominic Mysterio will win, in some way that scams Finn Balor. So I think that Dominic Mysterio will get this title. Also because Braun Breaker is champion by a lot of time right now. I think he can win the King of the Ring tournament next year if they do it. I don't know if they will do it, but you can do something more personal with Braun Breaker just to also develop this character, because right now he's just a destroyer, and that's good, but you can do also something else with him. You can also do something more interesting with him than just him being this destroyer, this dominant champion. I'm really loving Braun Breaker's work and the way he's handled, but he should do something more, characterizing, something more empathetic, that people saw him not only as a destroyer but also as a character, as an interesting character. Same for Penta. Next match, AJ Styles with Logan Paul. There is only one thing that made this feud a little bit interesting, and that's Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross did a really great job also in his last match at Raw to elevate this feud on an interesting level, because Logan Paul didn't do shit, really. He didn't do anything of significant. I'm not really a Logan Paul hater. I just think he's unethic to say, oh, look what the reaction he got. Yeah, but he's not getting this reaction because he's a good heel, but because he's a piece of shit in real life. So that's kind of different. I don't really agree with this capitalizing on real stuff things, but that's what the WWE wants to do, and I'm not their booker. So I think here Logan Paul will get the win, because Logan Paul is winning nothing since he lost the United States Championship. He always lose in some way, shape or form. So I think he will win. I don't know if Karrion Kross will be involved in some way. I don't think so, because I think now WWE's priority is to build Logan Paul in a credible status, and to do that you have to make Logan Paul win some matches. So I think he will win this match. It will piss a lot of people off. Next match is the triple threat match between Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. This match, I rooted for it to be the night one main event, but the build was like, 50-50, good, bad. I don't really know how to define it, but the star power is there, the interest is there, the stakes are there, the title is there, so the world title is there. So yeah, but I'm glad CM Punk got to main event his first WrestleMania in all of his life. About this match, I think Io Sky will retain, just because Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair already have a storyline on their own. They will face each other and maybe a trilogy that will culminate in the Evolution pay-per-view, because I heard that they want to do Evolution again this year, so it will be perfect to have, maybe Bianca Belair against Rhea Ripley with a very big feud in a Hell in a Cell match, for example, as the main event of Evolution. It will be really cool. I think the best decision is to have Io Sky win, because then she can go with other feuds for the title, while Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley can go on their own also without the title. The undisputed WWE Championship match between Cody Rhodes and John Cena, there will be a lot of shenanigans. I think this might be another bloodline rules type of shit, but maybe with less interference than last year. I think that John Cena has a great chance of winning. Also Cody Rhodes. The thing I like about this WrestleMania is that there is a lot of uncertainty about all of the matches, and that's really cool. So about that, I think that John Cena will win this title, also because his heel persona is way more interesting than what they might have done with classic John Cena retirement tour stuff. I think he will win. I'm a bit afraid about his eventual world title because, you know, to have another part-time champion after we had 4 years of Roman Reigns, it's kind of heavy. But I'd really like to see John Cena pinning Cody Rhodes, and then Cody Rhodes have something like hard times but maybe made better of what they done in 2023. So I think that this will be the epilogue with John Cena against Cody Rhodes. Maybe Stone Cold will appear and do something against The Rock, but if Seth Rollins really is the third man of The Rock, you know, he has more allies, he has a lot of star power, and it will be kind of useless to have Seth Rollins shockingly turning heel in all of this scenario, and then he doing nothing useful. And it will be kind of poetic to see Cody Rhodes losing the title because of Seth Rollins after he won the title because of Seth Rollins. So this will be kind of poetic. We will see. WWE recently has done this poetic stuff, so I have a lot of trust in this match, in this build, in this booking, so we will see. I'll go with a couple predictions for matches that aren't being announced already, but we still have SmackDown on our way, so maybe they will announce something there. 2 matches essentially. We have Zelina Vega against Chelsea Green. About this match, I think that Chelsea Green will retain because she's really entertaining as champion, so I don't think they will already strip her of the title, even though I think Zelina Vega really deserves a mid-card title run, but I don't think she will win right now because the Secret Service is something really new, and so you have to build this unstoppable force that is Chelsea Green with all of the interference to her favor. And I'm sorry for Zelina Vega because I really like her, but I think Chelsea will retain the title. And then a match between all of the SmackDown main tag teams, you know, Street Profits, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Pretty Deadly, and Los Garzas. All of these teams going against a mega orgy for the tag team title. And I think and I hope that Street Profits will retain because they just won the title. It would be cool to see Pretty Deadly win and finally do the musical if DIY were the champions. But right now, I'd really like to see just Street Profits retaining and do a great title run because they deserve it. They are so entertaining. I love both of them. There is also the Randy Orton stuff. If Randy Orton has a dream opponent at WrestleMania, the opponent has to be a heel. Has to be someone that can afford to lose at WrestleMania, because I think Randy Orton will win the match at WrestleMania. It can be someone that debuts, but he has to be someone with a little bit of star power to make this Randy Orton victory significant. I know I made a video on this channel about Karrion Kross doing something, but it was more just to show love to Karrion Kross as a wrestler because he deserves it. I think the realistic opponent for Randy Orton right here could be, you know, you can do the Rusev debut, the Rusev return, but then Rusev has to win because it will be kind of bad to see him returning and lose. Or you can do Carmelo Hayes, that doesn't really have a match right now. If he and The Miz don't, insert themselves into a tag team match, I don't really know who could be Randy Orton's opponent. Let me know you guys in the comments. It could be Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn will be really good. Sami Zayn is a babyface right now, but you can also turn this thing around. But you can also use the Kevin Owens substitute thing because Sami Zayn is his best friend, and Kevin Owens, after he announced his injury, he automatically turned into a babyface. So you had this type of things. For that, you can do actually a Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton match. And Sami Zayn can take a loss at WrestleMania. Randy Orton would have a big victory to cement himself as a menace and legitimize his eventual match against John Cena. If John Cena is the champion at St. Louis at Backlash, or Cody Rhodes also, it will make sense both ways. And so to have Randy Orton for a title match at St. Louis will be really cool. So you have to push him and make him win this match at WrestleMania. So you can't do something like Aleister Black or Rusev because they will be kind of wasted in that context. Also, Karrion Kross will be good because he can afford to lose against Randy Orton at WrestleMania, but I think Sami Zayn makes a little bit more of sense. We will see. That's about it. That were my predictions for both nights of WrestleMania. Let me know in the comments what are your predictions about all of the matches. That's about it. See ya! Also, I've made a lot of videos on this channel simulating the WrestleMania 41 matches, so make sure you check it out, subscribe to this channel and watch those videos. Bye!